Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Spegholelive, the first Spegholelive where we will judge comic books, written by the fans, of course. I'm joined with Speggy.
Greetings, my dear old friend. We are here together to celebrate the first edition of Spegholelive.
We are. It's great.
Yes, we are.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
very good.
it's great.
We've planned this for, I don't know, a good decade, and it's finally here.
It is. We were like
We
talking
shall
about it earlier.
celebrate this joyous moment with the total of 2 people.
Yeah.
Myself and Ghosty.
Shard like fucked off. He probably got pussy or something.
No, he probably has something gay to do.
Yeah. He socializes with friends rather than does a stream with like 0 people watching. What a fucking loser.
It's very homosexual of him.
It is. He betrayed us. That's what he did.
I don't think he really betrayed us. He just hasn't received the memo.
Nah, he just he just doesn't get how important this is.
Really, there was an email and everything. You know that's how
we made him sign documents, legal documents about this.
Yes, exactly.
He just doesn't get how important this is.
Exactly. It boggles my mind. Anyway, yeah. So this is the first Speckle live. As the more. I'm just going to pretend that someone's watching us. This makes it a little less embarrassing. as our many ravenous viewers already know, we had a few weeks ago called for the Goomex comic competition. After Ghosty suddenly decided he doesn't want to make Goomex comics anymore.
Fuck the fans. Fuck the fans. I asked them, "Oh, what do you like out of Goomex?" It's just, "Oh, I like it when he's funny and racist." It's like, "Yeah, that's not funny anymore. Fuck you. So yeah, fuck you. You make Goomex comics. You think you're so fucking good at it." We got like 4 entries. So who's gonna replace me?
Yes, and this is the question we are deciding today.
Yeah.
Me and Ghosty, not Shard. He's not here.
Yeah, fuck Shard.
If he joins later, I will make him feel very bad about it.
Yeah, we'll make him feel bad. Alright.
And the one very lucky submitter who has received the honor of the distinction of the world's most funniest Goomex comic.
The world's most funniest Goomex.
Special prize.
It's a 6 out of 10 video game that I bought accidentally from G2A. They didn't allow me to get a refund, so I'm just giving it away.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah.
That's very good. I very much enjoy 6 out of 10 video games like Elden Ring.
Yeah. The prize.
That's the prize, isn't it? Elden Ring, right?
No, it's not Elden Ring. It's Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh, well, never mind then. Fuck that. I don't want it.
I know you.
Just give it to one of our contestants.
I know you don't want it. That's why I'm giving it away for free to one person.
Exactly. Remember,
yeah.
You shoved it into my face. Just take it away from my hands, please. And I said, no, I don't want it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now here we are.
Yeah, the comics were actually. The comics were just an excuse to see people's terrible art. I'm just giving the game away for free.
You might as well just have said who wants Cyberpunk 2077. It would have had the same effect.
Yeah, it would have actually. Let's not be around the bush. All right, first comic. So the first comic we have is designed by Kot, even though it says Speggy's Goomex the Blue Fan Comics. Did you make this one?
I cannot comment on this. I signed a non-disclosure agreement.
All right then. Okay. All right.
Okay, let's see the see the comic. Is it on screen?
It should be on screen. Hopefully it comes through. There we are. It shows on stream.
Holy shit! It's on screen. I can't believe it. It's a comic.
Yeah, it's
Let's
an actual real
okay.
comic.
Let's see. Let's see. Okay, I can see there's my name on it for some reason.
Yeah.
I cannot.
Yeah, did you
All
make
comics
this?
disclose in a
So, yeah. I think we're gonna have.
outside the contract agreements.
So,
So like, I can see the title is Radiation Alameo.
yeah. So this was.
It's not in all caps. That's a bit irritating.
Yeah.
And then we are in the first panel. What do you think of the first panel, Ghosty?
I. This was made like an hour after we made the announcement, so I'm not really expecting anything massive. That's kind of my opinion on it.
I think it shows the decisiveness of the contributor. It shows that he knew exactly, as soon as the announcement was made, what he wanted to do.
Yeah, it feels like he kind of rushed into it though. I feel like I do get a feeling that he kind of rushed it. It's like, oh, I'm gonna rush it, probably because he thought he was gonna be the only person to do it and win.
That's a very sound strategy.
It would be a sound strategy.
It's too bad it didn't work out because we have evidently more than one.
Yeah, we got more than one, so it didn't actually work out. Still on the first panel though.
Yes, the first panel.
It's not a bad first panel. It's more of a setup though.
It's very minimalistic. It's just the character and well, some text and
Yeah.
nothing else. No background to speak of. Although Goomex isn't really known for its very good background art.
The background art.
You could say it honors this.
See, the thing with Goomex, so there's no real point in drawing the background art because it's just unless the background needs to serve a purpose, like with the newest one. I drew Goomex in like this rundown shack where he's becoming this like alpha male. The joke was that he'd rather improve himself than the environment around him.
Well, in the first sense, Goomex is about family. It's about family, and
it's about a very
it's a very brave message. And well,
it's a very abusive family.
The background focuses more on the family aspect, you know, and I think it shows that. You know, we maybe should take a look at the text above orange.
Yeah, alright. So, oh boy, 'tis I, Orange. I sure hope my friend Goomex is not up to wanny shenanigans.
I think that says wacky shenanigans.
Yeah.
Alright. The first sentence, 'tis I, Orange. Would he ever say that, Ghosty? Do you agree he would ever say that thing?
I don't believe he would. I don't.
Why don't you think that?
He doesn't. I don't think he'd just say, "Oh, 'tis I, Orange." He doesn't really declare himself. He's too insecure for that. That's why he hangs around Goomex all day, because he's too afraid of anyone else. Right? So he's not really a person that'll go, "'Tis I, Orange."
Well, the first sentence is a bit of a bust, but I think
the second sentence, yeah, definitely.
Much better.
Yeah, that is something Orange would say.
Yes, I mean, Goomex gets up in wacky shenanigans all the time, and Orange is very concerned about that behavior. So I think this honors the canon of Goomex the Blue.
Yeah. The next panel is quite interesting though because I've never used 3D, so it definitely feels like something otherworldly is just going on in there.
Wow, that's quite right.
Yeah.
Also, we can see the quote-unquote camera pans a bit to the side because I don't think Orange would, step aside a bit much.
Did he move? Did he move there, or is it just like Goomex walking up to him then?
Well, maybe he might have moved. That's the thing. That's a bit of ambiguity here in this comic. He would be the kind of person to move aside when Goomex comes in and brings
that's true. That's very true. I agree.
Well, let's talk about the 3D stuff a bit more. I think, we have never had like 3D graphic stuff before. We had stock images like.
Yeah, oh yes, the stock images, classic stock images, the Hello Kitty gun, the baseball
Yes.
bat. Yeah.
But we never had something like, Russell's teapot or some,
Yeah.
you know, some stuff you'd find in Blender.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very true.
It's, and, well, the viewer among us might not really know what this is meant to represent, but I think this is meant to represent the quote-unquote demon core, which is a radioactive core that was used for research purposes during World War II
That's
by
interesting.
the US.
Goomex is a fan of World War II.
It's actually infamous for causing the death of several of its researchers
Classic
due
Goomex.
to
Classic Goomex.
radiation poisoning.
Classic Goomex. Classic Goomex.
It says here that it is composed of two spheres and that they are were separated by a screwdriver, as you can see on the image there.
Would that take a lot of force then? Would that be a force?
If they were to, clasp together, because if they were to clasp together, that would release many isotopes that would cause severe radiation poisoning to anyone in the vicinity. And it did almost happen a few times, which is why, the accidents happened.
Yeah.
That's why it's.
And as we can
so
see
infamous.
later on, it happens now.
And, then along comes Goomex, he carries that same thing, and he says, check this shit.
For fuck's sake. And then an explosion happens. A very Goomex explosion. With
Let's remain on the second panel for a bit more.
Okay, alright.
He says, check this shit. Like, he's obviously showing off, but
yeah.
What does he want? Does he want, to show what countless others did as an accident, as he does in a deliberate action?
Goomex is.
This says something about Goomex even before the actual thing happens in panel 3, that he's quite mischievous.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Goomex is kind of the person that will rather show off and go, yeah, dude, look at this, look what I can do, and completely fail at it miserably, but still buff himself up by going, yeah, actually, that was planned the entire time. I actually meant to fuck that up, so basically, you're still the idiot. So,
really
when
into it, though.
Well, yeah, I could be. Or Goomex could be completely doing this on purpose, like, hey, check this shit out, and completely ruining Orange's day, as per usual. The classic Goomex formula.
I think we can talk about panel 3 a bit
Okay.
more briefly than
Alright.
the previous two, because it's clearly meant aesthetic.
Yeah.
It's an aesthetic choice, because there's no dialogue.
I would wear that on a t-shirt.
You would wear this on the t-shirt.
I would wear panel 3 on a t-shirt.
You would go to
First day.
open up the Goomex the Blue fan shop and put it on a t-shirt.
I would put it on a t-shirt.
And you would sell this to people.
Yes.
You would sell this to people on Roblox.
Yes. Yes, I would. I actually haven't made a.
Does it deserve that? Does it deserve that?
I think.
We can see, it's very blue.
It's blue like Goomex, and it's stylish. It looks fucking cool. I love it. I love explosions. I love blue. I love the third panel.
Yes, I think it's a good highlight of the comic for sure.
Yeah.
And you can see Orange and Goomex. I don't know what they're doing. They're just, vibing, I guess.
They got caught in the explosion. Can't you see like them moving away like whoosh, like that?
I think they're vibing a bit, to be honest.
You feel like they're vibing.
Yes, it's very vibe-worthy, this.
Okay, you think they're vibing. Okay, alright,
I
guess
it's the appropriate action. I am 300 years old.
Okay, alright, fine, okay.
Okay.
Okay, let's move on to
And then, 4. This is like, the punchline, I guess.
Yeah, this is the punchline.
The punchline is usually at the last panel. If it were earlier, it would not be a very good comic.
Be a free panel comic. And that would be breaking the rules. I don't think anyone broke the rules.
Uh,
We'll find out when we get there.
Did they break the rules? If they broke the rules,
It would be a surprise.
it would be very surprising. It would be in a negative manner.
Yeah, we'll still rip on it though.
Okay, so let's talk about what happened to Goomex and Orange. Like, I can see Goomex is a bit distorted.
He's missing a leg as well.
Yes, he is missing a leg. I was going to say that next.
Is he missing an arm?
We can't see that. It would be on the other side. But alas, we cannot rotate this image because it's static.
Oh, the limitations of our dimension.
The limitations of paint. No other.
Microsoft Paint. It's limited us yet again.
For fuck's sake.
It ruins everything.
This is why we use Photoshop.
Yeah. I use Paint.net actually. There you go. This is
We
spoiler.
couldn't do anything with it. Even rotate Goomex around.
Limitations of dimensions. Anyway, Orange says you absolute fucking baboon. Oh.
Right, what's with Orange? He has like.
He's got eyes on him.
Yes, he had eyes on him before. He
Yeah.
has a few more now. He also has.
He's got an extra arm.
He's got a second nose, I think.
Wait, hold on.
So the mouth.
Goomex got his body taken away, but yet Orange has been given some.
Oh.
That's interesting. That's interesting. That's the message.
You think Kotbox is trying to say that Goomex respects the alchemist concept of equivalent exchange?
I do. God
Does this
give
say
and he
fits
take.
in the Full Metal Alchemist universe?
Possibly. That's really deep. You know, that's very
Could
deep.
it be that the demon core all this time was actually an alchemist ritual rather than anything to do with science?
Brilliant, Kotbox.
This
Brilliant.
is really deep.
Brilliant.
This is really deep.
You've earned my applause. You're so fucking,
Anyway,
just fucking
Goomex
smart.
also why do I say Goomex? I mean, Orange has another tail and, well, another ear, I guess, and another arm.
Yeah, I think he's got like.
He's
Yeah,
been done.
I think. Yeah.
And then he says, "You absolute fucking buffoon."
You almost said buffoon there, didn't you?
Does he say buffoon?
No, he says baboon.
No. I mean, in the comics.
Yeah, in the canon, I don't. I think he'd call Goomex a baboon, but I don't think he would use the word fucking. He's too young at heart for something like that.
Okay, but would Goomex say, "Oh, so I'm not allowed to have fun anymore"?
Yeah,
After
Goomex would probably say something like that. Yeah.
Would he also say the word that's partially obscured by Orange?
I don't know because I can't see the word.
I think.
What word is it?
It says Nigeria.
Nigeria? Yeah, I think he would say Nigeria, but only in a sentence.
Yes.
In a very demeaning sentence, yeah.
But I don't think Orange would definitely wouldn't say yes, fuck you.
Yeah, he wouldn't say that.
So, well, that's Kotbox comics, I guess. Ghost,
So-
what do you think of this
So
image?
we're gonna.
Cool.
So as I said in the announcement, we're gonna rate the comics on 4 principles: story, art, passion, and character. We're gonna rate these out of 5 and give an overall score of like 20. So the story is simple, right? It's a simple Goomex comic where they get into simple shenanigans. That would be something you see on like something that I would write. I do like the 3D aspect of it because that hasn't ever been done in a Goomex comic. But the formula just seems a bit too basic. I'm gonna. You disagree on that?
No, I would say it's rather basic, yes.
I do think it's an interesting concept. I wish more was just done on it. I'd
It's basic and formulaic, I'd say. I'd give it a 3.
I would give it a 3 as well. So we'll go on a 3 for that one. The art.
The art, well, it's terms of Goomex and Orange, they're not. He hasn't done much. It's rather standard.
Yeah,
Just
it's
bring in the demon core.
okay. This was made like an hour after the announcement, so you can't really expect much.
The most work I think is done in Pals 4 and a bit in 3.
Yeah, I do feel that. We should like write down the score on like the side.
It's rather creative. Pal 4, Pal 3. It's like, all right. So like, the art gets a 4 out of 4.
You'd give it a 4. I'd give it a 3. The art. I feel like
I
the.
don't know. I think Orange is rather nice like this, even if he is, I imagine, in horrific agony.
So you give it a 4 and I'd give it a 3. See, if Shard was here, we could have actually had like a tiebreaker.
I think it's maybe a 3.5 if we are allowing decimals.
Yeah, 3.5. 3.5 sounds fair. I agree, 3.5.
Anyway, what was the third thing?
The third thing was passion. I because this was made an hour after the announcement, I feel like it was quite rushed.
Maybe so.
I'd
give it because it's a bit rushed. I give it a 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say a 1, now, but more I think about it, it feels like a bit harsh. So I'd give it a.
He did still put effort into it, so I'd give it a 2.
Yeah, 2. Okay, I'll put it down as a 2.
The last one,
Character.
the character in regards to what?
How are the characters written? Are they true to the canonical Goomex? Do they fit the formula?
I think Goomex fits rather well, but
Yeah,
Orange. The wrong way.
Yeah, Orange feels a bit more angry here. I feel like if you wanted a more angry version or more like action oriented one, I think Fist would have been better in that role.
Yes, Fist the Red.
Yeah, Fist the Red. Red the Fist. No one knows what his fucking name is. Yeah, who cares about Fist? He hasn't been in like he hasn't had like a real like purpose in the comic for ages.
Maybe we could be surprised later on.
Yeah, we could be, or we could be like severely like
wink, wink.
nudge. So I'd give it a 2.
I would have straight up given it a 1.5, but yeah, 2 is alright.
2. See, now I'm like stuck between a 1 and a 2.
Just give it a 2.
Just give it a 2. All right, you. So
So like in total, he's gotten 10.5 points, I think.
10.5.
Yes, out of 20.
10.5 out of 20. We are not prepared for this stream at all. Alright. We'll have to write it on the side. So that was COTS. That was a pretty good introductory. It wasn't too bad. It could have been worse.
It could have been. It's still half decent as per industry standard metric.
Yeah. Anyway, the next comic we got
is
written by Kappakupo.
Wow, is he still active here?
He is. He's active here and there.
Yeah, I guess.
He's only active now because he has the chance to win a video game. Not a very good one.
Any holes are goal, I guess.
Yep. Follow your goals. Don't give up. Okay. Are you able to see it?
I see it. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, he has replayed. Okay, he has put his own name on it.
Yeah. All right. You get a bonus point for that.
Bonus point, put his name on it.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes this a whole lot easier. I don't have to say something about that.
No. So he doesn't actually change his text in starring in
Okay, this says the
the
comic's title is The Unthinkable.
the
What do you
unthinkable.
think is meant to? What it is meant to convey?
In Goomex, that can mean anything. Who knows? Who knows?
Okay, so we see the first panel is like Goomex all alone, all on the right side, and just empty space to the left. That is standard Goomex procedure, but
Goomex
like,
and procedure.
why?
The first panel is usually the
That
setup.
that makes me wonder, like, what is going to happen next? What is this left space going to fill by? Because, you know,
Yeah.
if nothing were to happen there, Goomex would be right in the middle.
Yeah, that's very true. Sometimes Goomex sound it's just down to choice really. It doesn't really matter if Goomex is in the middle. If Goomex is in the middle, it's usually a comic or orientated around himself. If he's off to the side, it usually means like another character's
Yeah.
going to show up.
And, you know, we have a hint at what might come because his first sentence is, "Where the fuck is that two-tailed rat?"
It is. Well done.
Orange.
It's orange. It's orange.
Orange isn't two-tailed, is he?
It's orange two-tailed. Well, no, he's just got one tail.
We
Okay.
can see it. Like,
He could have two tails. Who knows? I might change that into canon later. But for right now, for all intents and purposes, he has one tail.
well, it's Goomex. It could be that he just doesn't care.
I don't think Orange would care if he has one or two tails.
I mean, Goomex.
Goomex would definitely have a field day with that. Two-assed freak. Anyway,
Okay, then there's panel 2. Orange shows up.
I'm here. What? Talos, I realize something. Then say it.
Who the fuck is Talos?
Talos. That is... Talos. Is he speaking to God? Is he a Skyrim player?
Is he?
Is he a gamer?
Is he? Oh, he's a gamer.
He's a gamer in this comic? We haven't had a gamer Goomex. That's new.
Gamer Goomex.
Gamer Goomex.
No, that's a rather interesting thought. We need to write this down. Okay, let's say that's just. But he's obviously referring to Orange. Why would he call Orange Talos?
Because he views him as God.
That's okay then.
I believe that's it. I'm not entirely sure. I'm quite confused about why he's calling him Talos.
I'm not well prepared for this. I'm drawing a blank here.
Yeah, yeah, this is just kind of out of the blue.
Holy shit!
All right,
I don't know. Okay, let's move on
Move
before
on.
I have a stroke or something.
Yeah. Then say
Then
it.
say it. We've only seen a white world for as long as I remember. What the?
A white world.
Okay, what? A white world? Might he be referring to, the fact that
Most
white
Goomex
people
comics
are overrepresented in media? Or could it be just that he's referring to the white background?
he's referring to the white background, which is quite interesting as a story device. You know, like most people don't really think about the white world, right?
Maybe he's referring to Europe. Does Goomex the Blue take place in Europe?
Does Goomex does it take place in Europe? Well,
does it take place in America? Does it take place in Japan? Does it take place in its own fucking universe?
Goomex takes place wherever you want it to. It's not really important where it takes place. The white space is just an excuse for me to not draw any panels, right? More detailed. But I've kind of grown kind of fond of the white background as it's kind of the Goomex style. It's kind of like this white void where anything can happen. Like you don't even like need to think about it too hard. You can say, oh, it just takes place at like Goomex's house, or it takes place outside, or it takes place inside Red's basement where he hides his bodies or whatever. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I guess.
But I think
Well,
I think like thinking about the White Void in general is just an interesting concept.
hey, Ghosty, we have another viewer.
We have
Holy
another
shit,
we have another
we have
viewer.
another viewer. We have Kappakupo is joining us for his comic.
Oh man, he's gonna be embarrassed.
He's gonna be very embarrassed. Uh, uh, uh,
All right,
uh,
anyway, let's carry on. Don't cry, okay? Don't cry.
I'm not going to cry. Okay, fine. I've calmed down.
Okay,
Calmed
that's
down a
good.
bit.
So, yeah. Where were we? We just
We were in panel 2. We were like, referring
yeah
to the last piece of data. I think we might move on to panel 3 now.
yeah. Why haven't we tried leaving? If we did, we could have gone so much more content to go through.
Note how Goomex flips to the other side. He's like being contemplative.
Yeah, well, technically he already has. If you actually read some of the comics, they have been to more places than like the White Void. The Christmas one, for example, that was taking place inside the hospital.
Or the very odd for Goomex 20.
Yeah.
For example.
Goomex 20 was single-handedly the greatest piece of Goomex art we've ever made.
Yeah, it's why the international Goomex fan club was invented,
Yeah.
And it's because of their passion that we're doing this thing in the first place.
Yeah, I love the Goomex fans. They give me a lot of money.
Do they?
No.
Good.
I wish they would.
Well, you do make money from shirts.
I do.
Yes.
I make a lot of shirts on Roblox. The autistic and proud shirt is still selling to this day. The comments on it are just beautiful. They're fucking great. Half the people are like, "Oh, this is stupid," and half the other comments are like, "Wow, this is really empowering."
Wow, this is literally me.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure like one comment was like, "Wow, this is literally me." Yeah, this makes me feel great, and I have autism.
Wow.
Truly, it's an empowering shirt. Anyway,
aren't we digressing a bit?
Yeah, we are. We should get back to focusing on the comic.
Anyway, I find this interesting. If we did, we'd have so much more content to go through. Are they aware? They are aware.
They're self-aware in this one. I mean,
I think they would be very much self-aware. I guess.
I feel like they are self-aware, but they
when it calls for it, I guess.
Yeah,
when the situation.
They are self-aware, but they're more content to where they are.
Yes, and so this is
them,
like.
Yeah, it's just.
Goomex is like uncharacteristic here.
Yeah, he's acting a bit uncharacteristic. Goomex is like. Orange would kind of be like, "Oh, Goomex, we're in a White Void. How do you feel about that?" And Goomex just shrugs it off like, "Yeah, I don't really care."
I don't fucking. Yeah, and then like we have panel 4. I have so many questions about this panel. It's like I'm literally shaking just thinking about it.
You're literally shaking right now thinking about this panel.
Yes, and when I see it, I'm like, no, this is no.
What rubs you the wrong way?
It's so many things. It's Orange holding a gun, and Orange even being capable of holding a gun.
Okay, let me stop you right there and call you stupid, okay? Because if you remember, at the final comic of season 2, where the old Goomex travels back in time to try and kill himself, Orange did in fact hold a Hello Kitty gun and shoot the future Goomex in the head. So yes, he is actually capable of holding a gun and shooting. Where he got the talent from you probably don't want to know, and you probably don't want to find out.
Okay,
He
so
is in fact capable of it.
okay, but is he capable of killing Goomex?
He was capable of killing the old Goomex, but I don't think he
This
was
is the
capable
new.
of killing. I don't.
This is a new Goomex, I guess. When there's two
Well,
Goomexes, that the decision is rather obvious. But
yeah.
like,
But
there's just one here.
Yeah.
Would he be able to do it?
If we're talking like, okay, so let's imagine like the modern Goomex, like Goomex Prime. Is that what you mean by is he capable to kill him?
Yes.
I don't think he would be able to.
Okay, but
they have a
any secondary Goomex he would be able to kill. Maybe this is a secondary Goomex. This is a failed clone or something.
It must be because
otherwise I cannot explain this comic at all.
Goomex and Orange have a parasitic relationship that can't be broken, right? And it's like this unwritten rule I have. Orange and Goomex cannot kill each other. They can badly hurt each other, but they can never go ahead and kill them.
Okay, so the only conclusion I can draw from this is that Goomex is not dead. He's just badly injured.
Well, he looks pretty dead to me.
No, he's just sleeping it off.
Okay, but what's the blood coming out of his head, and why does he have cross eyes?
That's ketchup, and don't stop asking so many questions.
Okay, alright, I won't pressure you anymore.
Okay, let's talk about what Orange has to say in this panel. Sorry, Goomex, but we don't have a budget. That is true. That is very much true.
Oh, that's 100% true. Goomex is made on his,
on a Nanofiber budget.
Probably not even that. Probably smaller. We don't even have a budget.
Okay, on a Quark. It's made on a Quark budget. Tank length.
Yeah. Goomex is
tank length budget.
Imagine that.
Goomex is made by the compassionate donations of our viewers, which is exactly $0.00.
Yep.
£0, €0, €0, €0 and definitely €0.
Oh, definitely. Definitely €0 right now.
So yeah, I'd say this is very good. This is a very good punchline, even if it has to go to some lengths to, ignore Karen, I guess.
Yeah, I was going to say as well, we'll have more of a budget if we worked with Robux.
It's a miracle I even got this gun. No,
What was
he did have guns before.
Yeah. They just kind of leave them around the place. Just kind of like throw them on the ground and just leave them, pick them up when they need to. It's kind of a messy, It's kind of a messy white empty void.
It's very messy. You just have to walk 5 minutes and find a gun.
Yeah. You can pretty much get anything if you like walk around long enough.
Yeah. So this is a good punchline, but I'm not sure like the gun plays into it.
Yeah.
So Ghosty, what do you think of the comic as a whole? What do you think about its story?
I enjoy its story. They're using they're treating the Void as a third character, and that's pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah,
this is making me explore my own comic. Like, the Void is a third character. We see it all the time. It's always
and yet it's never addressed upon. This is a bit brave. I'd give it a 4.
I would give it a strong 4.
Yes, a strong 4. Yes, a 4. The art, it's just orange and...
Yeah, the art's probably what drags it down a bit. It's pretty basic.
It's
aside from the gun, comparing it to Kappa or Kot, sorry, it's kind of much more basic. The only thing that was really added was the gun, so I'm kind of thinking of a 1.
I'd give it a 1.5. Yes.
A 1.5. Okay.
Yeah.
Passion. He did. I do feel like there was some passion gone into it. He did think about like.
What makes Goomex the blue? Goomex the blue.
Yeah.
Yes, I think there was some thought put into it. I'd give it
Yeah,
Uh,
there
a
was
3.5 even.
yeah. I'm feeling a 3 for that one.
Yeah, it's a 3. I agree.
Yeah, 3.
Let's put it here.
Okay.
Okay, and then the character.
See, the characters are questioning their own reality. This is something pretty new to Goomex. Well, sort of. I think the closest we've ever had to deep Goomex is Goomex dealing with the consequences of his actions, or rather than improving on himself, he would rather travel back in time and shoot himself in the head.
Yeah, I guess.
um, Goomex doesn't really act like Goomex here. He doesn't really
Okay, but
care about the white void as such.
yes, I was about to say this would make much more sense if Goomex and Orange would versus which places if Orange were the one to
Yeah,
question the background and if
guys,
Goomex were the one to shut him up. I wouldn't say
the reality we're in. Yeah,
yes.
I do feel like the roles have been switched better. Maybe have Orange questioning a reality, then Goomex shooting Orange in the leg, telling him to shut up and get him some food or whatever.
Yes, I give it a 2.
You give it a 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd give it a 2. So,
Well, and uh um
so
wait a minute.
what's
Wait a fucking minute.
what?
That's the exact same score as Scott got.
Was it?
That's yes, 10.5.
Okay, alright. Are we sticking with 10.5 or do we want to go back and go through our points again till we get a different answer?
Yes, let's leave it at that for now.
Yeah,
It's like
just leave it at 10.5.
if it won't matter if we find a better comic.
Hopefully, it won't matter if we find a better comic.
Good.
Alright.
Wait, can we do like a small 5-minute break?
You want a small 5-minute break? We can.
Yes, I need to get some water.
You didn't get water before the stream?
No, I didn't think we'd be sitting for that long.
Ah, you buffoon. Oh my god, it's almost been 40 minutes. Wow, okay. Yep, okay, we can take a 5-minute break.
Okay, see you in 5 minutes, I guess.
Yep, see you in 5 minutes, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the Goomex comic competition. I'm joined yet again by Speggy.
Holy shit, I'm drowning.
Literally drowning in water.
Yes, holy shit.
Wow, you're really enjoying that water, aren't you?
Yes. Oh. Anyway, where are we? Ah, yes, right, the competition. Yeah, we have
two more comics left.
No, we have. Yes, we have reviewed 2 comics, and we have 2 comics left. Yeah. Kotbox is up at first with 10.5 points, and Kappa is falling very closely behind with also 10.5 points. They're actually, in fact, they're exactly the same points.
Yeah. Hopefully, the next
and I swear we didn't do this on purpose.
No, we're just bad with reading stuff.
Yes, this would be a lot easier to do with Shot, but alas, he isn't here.
Nah, he ditched us. God, fuck that guy. I hate him. Call him out. Dude, call him out on stream.
Yes, and when he shows up, we'll be all like, "Hey, we missed you, buddy. We missed you a lot. We can't do this without you." And yet, look at us. We're doing just fine.
We don't need him.
Anyway, yes, I think we have a 3rd comic. I don't see a name. Okay, who is this by?
This was made by Cactus Fantastico.
Cactus. Ah, yes, that guy.
Yeah. This one.
He's a good guy. I like him. I like his presence. Of Sticks and Men.
You just like his presence? Okay.
Yes.
He's just.
Well.
Yeah, he's just a great guy to be around.
He's wearing his brony roll with pride.
Gave that hours a try.
Anyway,
so this one
we have
Of Sticks and Men.
Yes, I said that.
Did you?
I think so. I may have not. I may have dementia.
That's awesome.
Yes, it's very awesome. Anyway, yes, panel 1. We have, this is actually the first comic we see that isn't just a white void.
Yeah, he's put effort into this.
It's in fact a rather blue room, and it has like a door, and it's opened ajar. And I think the light is off because the door is open, and like the room there, it shows it's very much brighter than the room inside.
Yeah. And
you can see like a shadow from, like what I assume is from the lamp outside.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see what you mean, but maybe it's the position of the lamp.
Yes, and
could always be a possibility.
We can see Orange is entering through that door. He's like partially obscured by like the back wall.
Yeah.
The wall.
Goomex.
He's like entering, and he's
questioning.
And then he's like Goomex ? You in here? You R word?
What's the R word?
I don't know. I wrote it.
Retort.
Yes, retort, as in a retort. A rebuttal.
Yeah. As a consistent.
As in, because Goomex, he is very much a rebuttal to sanity itself.
Yeah. Of course.
But I don't think Orange would, use that kind of language.
Nah, he like I said in Kot's comic, he's too goody two shoes to say something mean. He that's why he uses golly and my crumpets.
Oh yes, and then and then we see there's something above the room in the foreground.
What is that?
We can't see it. We can't see it much because it's obscured by the darkness. And then then comes panel 2 and we see what it is, and it's like It's
Whoa.
Goomex.
Whoa,
And
Goomex just fucking died in this comic. Well, he died
no,
in the
he's
last one, but...
wow, he's that we're seeing a Drenty, and there's a piece of rope, and
Well, yeah.
I think we had this conversation before.
Have we?
No, you remember that one comic I did? That one the one that was making fun of the initial Sonic the Hedgehog movie trailer.
That one, yes. This feels like a straight continuation of this one. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I'm not saying it, but when I initially posted it, you had something very, very striking to say, namely that Goomex doesn't have a neck to hang himself with.
That is very true. Goomex doesn't even really have. Well, I don't even think Goomex.
He doesn't even have a neck.
Yeah,
or something.
Where would Goomex's neck even be?
I don't fucking.
Like, I remember in the comic you drew, it just felt like he stuck his giant head for it. It was just hanging. It.
And you said that thing because it was like that it takes away from like the presentation, but I think here it adds to it because it's sort of a hint, I guess, to the reader that something more is going on here.
Yeah.
And well, Orange is, I think, a bit taken aback by this display of apparent suicide, and he exclaims, "Jesus Christ!" in shock.
Yeah, it feels like Cactus also didn't know where the neck was because you can see, you don't even see the rest of Goomex. It just feels like he's hanging off.
Maybe Goomex didn't know either.
Yeah, Goomex doesn't even.
But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Yeah. Look at Orange here. He has a very very good expression here.
That's an emotion right there. That's a good emotion.
That's effort.
Yeah.
Something I'm seeing here right away is just the effort put into this.
Oh, yeah.
It's not very much effort, but it's just enough, and I think this is appropriate for Goomex the Blue.
Yeah.
In my humble opinion, but I think we should, move on to panel 3 to properly, explain the story behind it. And we see Goomex show us up, and he's hanging at the same time. What is going on?
This is a classic Goomex.
Actually, I want to interrupt this a bit because we are having some additional viewers.
Oh, we do?
Yes, we have, in fact, Kotbox, who we reviewed his work earlier.
Yep.
And Cactus Fantastico himself. Welcome.
Welcome to the screen.
He was gaming Left 4 Dead 2, apparently, as he says.
Classic. He also says that Goomex and Orange exist always in stark contrast to one another, and that is very true.
That's very, very much true.
Like I said earlier, these two have a parasitic relationship, but they can't break away from each other because they need each other.
Yes, let's focus on the comics at hand.
Of course.
Goomex shows up and he's, from the room behind.
Yeah,
so
I presume so. He was probably in another room going, ha ha ha, this is so funny. Torturing Orange, my
and we can't even see that. He says, "Gotcha, bitch."
Yeah.
Kotbox says, "Did you notice I forgot to move Speggies at the top?"
Yeah.
Many thanks for that, by the way. Because of that, I had to disclose the NDA I signed. Pray I don't have to break it any further. Or, I might say that much, might be disqualified because I'm not saying anything anymore.
Alright, okay, you can tell me after the stream, after we've done all our results, when the prize has already gone out.
Yes, sure. Okay, anyways, Goomex says, "Gotcha, bitch," and I think that suits Goomex pretty well.
Yeah, Goomex would say, "Gotcha, bitch." Dude, what the actual fuck?
That's
like we said earlier. Orange doesn't swear.
I think he might be very shocked. I think this is excusable.
Yeah, you could argue that he was in a state of shock, and I would say, okay, that's fair. He might do. He might slip up a word.
Anyway, Kotbox is wondering, so was it cool? I think he's referring to his comic. As you can see up at the top left, we gave it...
We gave it both a 10.5 out of 20.
We thought it was interesting, but it was like... It was very obvious it was made in an hour, but it was still nice.
Your game plan was to make the comic quickly as possible, so everyone feels demoralized about how great your comic was. Unfortunately,
so no one would submit it. Yeah. So you could, get the game very easily, but unfortunately it didn't work.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry for that. Right,
third panel, we're still on it.
Yes, then Goomex says in response to Orange saying, "Dude, what the actual fuck? Gotta keep you on your toes, you pansy." And yes, that's very much true.
That's classic Goomex. That is classic Goomex right there.
Yes, very, very classic Goomex. Something I'm noticing right now is, there's something coming off of Orange.
Yeah, what is that red stuff? Is he, coughing up blood? What is that?
Cactus Fantastico is in chat. I think he might have something to say about that. It's
He's coughing up blood. Is Orange okay?
Maybe he's... I don't fucking care, actually, to be honest. It doesn't take much away from the comics, so who cares?
It seems like Goomex also has, another arm as well. I'm not sure why the other arm is there. I'm not even sure why it's, lower.
Maybe he's emoting a bit.
Yeah.
The Robert Downey Jr. picture of him saying, "I'm stuff." Maybe that's it.
I'm stuff.
I'm stuff.
I'm stuff.
Oh,
I'm stuck.
We have a comment from the comic maker. The intent was meant to be a little action effect of Goomex slapping Orange on the shoulder. However, I cannot into art.
Oh,
okay.
Okay, yeah, I can kind of see it. I thought it was Orange coughing up blood, and just Goomex having his arm hang out. Maybe if there was a bit of a shadow effect, a wave effect or something. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not an artist. That's why I draw Goomex comics. That's why they're sprite based.
Yeah, that's very much true. Goomex is an equal opportunity employee. He gives everyone a chance to express themselves through shitty art.
Yeah. Yeah, through shitty art. Are we ready to move on to the fourth panel?
The fourth panel is very, very strong. I'm not sure we can handle it.
I love this fourth panel, because that's a GIF.
Yes, in fact, this whole image is a GIF because of the let's just address the elephant in the room, the mozzarella sticks.
Yeah.
That they were rotating.
Yeah, I remember seeing this for the first time in submission. I was like, I was doing monkey noises. I was excited. My ape brain was like, wow, it's a GIF. It's moving. It's moving. We've never had that in a Goomex comic before. That's incredible. That's
do you hear that? Technology. Do you hear that? The art is so fantastic. It made a ghosty return to monkey.
It did. I returned to monkey. I was like, wow, this is so great. I was jumping around the room.
Throwing shit around?
Yeah, I was throwing my own shit on the walls. I was so excited.
Oh, okay. Yes, I think the art is this comic's strongest point.
Yeah.
But
definitely.
Then he says, let's learn the context behind this. Goomex says, "What did you need before anyway?" And then Orange replies with, "I made some mozzarella sticks." "Damn right you did," Goomex replies. "Give me some." It's that's very accurate to Goomex, I think.
It is pretty accurate to Goomex. It's just them coming together as friends sometimes. Sometimes it's just a bit of bants you have with your mates. That's what Goomex.
You could have just made some shitty. It's also the colors are a bit fucked, I guess.
Yeah, that's because it's a GIF. I think the resolution had to be scaled down a bit.
Yes, it's a bit scuffed, but that's acceptable. Like I said, Goomex isn't known for its strong art direction. Strong art quality.
Thank you. Yeah, don't bash the
Anyway.
comic in front of everyone.
Yes, I'm going to do it in private.
Oh,
Or, you know, in the text server, I guess.
yeah. Okay.
Okay,
So, how do you feel about the story?
the story, it's very strong. Very strong, actually.
Yeah, it's a pretty good story. It's a classic Goomex comic, but with a twist.
Yes, it's a very good twist, and
probably a literal twist as well, in like the upper left-hand corner. Because I don't know how Goomex is hanging himself.
The Goomex doll, I guess.
Yeah, I'd feel like
or maybe it's another clone. It's yet another clone that Goomex himself had killed.
There seems to be a running theme with abusing Goomex in these comics. People really hate Goomex.
Well, he is meant to be unlikable, I guess.
Is he? I thought yeah, actually, yeah, he was. I don't even know the character of Goomex. These comics are making me question my own characters.
Goomex is just a 4-comic manga for like 5 people in a Discord server.
Yeah.
I don't speak weeb, but I think this is accurate. I would have to consult my dictionary later.
Okay.
And also, Cactus was afraid that he was retreating old ground with this comic, and maybe
there's nothing really wrong with retreading old ground.
I mean, Ghosty does it all the time.
Yeah. It's just how you write it.
And it's how you.
This story.
And if you write it,
I would write.
Yes, if. And like, I'd give it a 4.
You give it a 4? Yeah, I'd give it a 3, so maybe a 3.5.
Yes.
Yeah, 3.
Okay. That's.
Now the art direction is really good. I enjoy the art. I love the GIF. Everything looks super detailed. Though I do feel like the bottom 2 panels, they are kind of floating a bit.
Yes, I see it. Yeah. I see it a bit. I'd give it a 4.
Yeah, you give it a. Yeah, okay. And passion, a lot of work did go into this.
It's very passionate.
Yeah. I'm
feeling
work did go into this. I do enjoy it.
I'd give it a 3.
You give it a 3? Okay, we'll give it a 3. I swear to God, if we get 10.5, we get 10.5.
That's only if we get. No, I think this is a step up from the other 2.
Okay, nice way to bash all the other contestants.
They tried very hard, but it's very hard to.
You tried your best and you still failed.
No, I'm not saying that they're good in their own right.
Yeah, because I'm saying that.
Yes, you are saying that. It's in fact you saying that.
I know. I know. Character. Yeah, this feels like Goomex characters like reacting to each other. Aside from Orange cursing, yeah, these are how characters would act.
Yes, 3.5. I give it.
Yeah, 3.5. All right. So.
And if I'm seeing this correctly, this is a total of 15 out of 10. 15 out of 20. We see 7, then plus 8. Yes.
A 15 out of 20. Ooh, Cactus is winning. We might have a winner on our hands already.
I wouldn't say that just yet.
You wouldn't say that.
Because we still have one comic to review.
We do. We got the last comic.
The last comic of the day.
Yeah.
And of the competition, in fact.
Yep. Okay.
It is done by one of the mods in the Penpia Discord server. It is CarmineCalypso.
Yep.
It's very old.
He's a very
draw.
Probably. Yeah.
Draw person. He is
know him from the videos that he makes. He also made us a bumper, which we haven't uploaded yet because I'm lazy. And he drew this comic. Unfortunately for the stream, I did have to censor some parts of it.
Yes, unfortunately, we at Specko here believe in artistic expression, which is why we did the gachi streams.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, YouTube is very, very homophobic, and they do not allow the male genitalia on their platform.
Yeah. Thank you, Sue.
So we had to do some creative liberties, but rest assured, all the comics are viewable in their full view on the Panpia Discord server.
Yep. If the artists wish to upload their comics as well, they are free to do so.
For the presentation, for the public presentation, we had to take some creative liberties.
Yeah. So this is how I censored the comic. Once it shows up on your side, Speggy. Hopefully.
Yes.
We've got a massive stream delay. What the fuck?
Yes, it's a very massive stream delay.
Come on, there we are.
Yeah.
So I could just say you can just check out the event channel and just like look at that comment.
Yes. There. Okay, so this is a first, because
you seems like you're at a loss for words, Peggy.
Let's start with the basic things. Let's see. He put his name on it.
Yeah.
That's good. And he entitled his work "Lest Ye Be Burned."
Yeah. I feel like the title will actually goes into the story as well, and we'll find out later. You can tell from the style as well that it is in fact relating to how the comic is drawn.
Yes. Well, that's the thing. The previous 3 comics, they respected the Goomex.
So in the
Goomex art style by using the sprite-based characters.
They used the sprites that were given to them in the
however, as we all know, Carmine isn't really known for that. He's known for the traditional art.
Yeah, and Carmine is not a normal man.
Well, he is not a normal man, and therefore this is not a normal comic. It's an unusual comic with an unusual art style. It's a fan comic, so I think this is acceptable.
Yeah. I think the only real thing Carmine has done with Goomex as well is like draw the first official piece of Goomex fan art.
Yes, he did a line art. Yeah, that was actually featured in our pre-stream footage, along with one of mine and one of the original.
Yeah.
Comic line.
So,
anyway, let's dive into the.
Let's talk about.
Let's dive into the panel 1. As the only one of the 4 comics, we actually see Red.
Yeah, Red actually makes an appearance in this one.
Actually, I assume this is Red.
Yeah, it must be Red.
Because he's red.
Yeah, or Fist, or whatever the fuck his name is. No, we don't know. He changes.
We don't.
Every so often. We don't actually.
Every so often.
We don't know his real name. Changes it.
Anyway, Red is in a suit, which is unusual because I don't think he would ever be caught dead in a suit.
Nope.
But as you can see in the background, it uses classic pieces of art.
Yeah,
so maybe he's just
as it's
So it could be just Red or Fist.
Perhaps this is a true artist interpretation, though.
Yes, maybe.
The artistic background and all that.
And then we can see Orange.
An orange.
Orange hanging out.
Red asks the question, "The fuck going on here, Kurt? You good?" Orange replies, "The night is red, and I sit in respite. For the only truth I know is that his pull is my fate."
Well, Orange is being strangely prophetic here.
Strangely poetic. What does
Yes, and Red is being his usual self.
who is Orange talking about? Is he talking about Goomex or a higher power?
Maybe Goomex.
You think Goomex?
Yes,
Okay.
and that's my interpretation. He
That's
doesn't say it outright.
He doesn't say it outright. No.
No, he just says it's he. He might be referring to the biblical God, for all we know.
Yeah, truly.
And then in panel 2, we see what he means, because he's suddenly on fire.
Yeah. I also noticed that Orange isn't actually wearing any shoes.
No, he is. Maybe he put them off. Actually, now that I think about it,
I mean, if you
can see a can of gasoline sitting next to Orange.
You didn't want to ruin.
So maybe, what could this mean? Could it be that he's self-immolating himself?
That's always a possibility.
Or maybe he just, spontaneously combusted to flames.
Is he drooling as well? Looks like
it. He might be drooling.
It might be.
He also might be handcuffed to the table, to the chair. So I don't think this might be self-immolation as more setup.
No. I mean,
he's cuffed to the chair.
How did he light? Yeah, how would he have lit himself on fire if he was attached to the chair?
This must be the work of a higher being, actually.
It must be.
The higher being might be Goomex. Could be also something else, as I said earlier.
Yeah.
And then we see a shift in perspective in panel 3. He still uses classic paintings. I don't know the name right now. And then we see this.
Let's talk about the third panel before we move on.
Yes, the third panel. I mean, the image of Orange.
The image of Orange burning. Engulfed in the embers of sins of this world, I am reduced to ash.
He's half reduced to ash, as we can see. He's there's a line. He's disintegrating.
Yeah.
And he also has an anchor tattoo for some reason on his arm.
I definitely feel like right now this comic is a deep exploration of the relationship that Goomex and Orange have. Purposely, every single time, Orange is the brunt of abuse because it's funny. But
here it's rather tragic.
Yeah, it's tragic this time. And I actually feel bad for Orange.
Wow.
Because...
Wow. This is deep.
This is deep. This is a deep story.
This has very deep lore.
It does. And of course, in the fourth panel, if we move on... well,
I see, this is where the majority of artistic...
This is where Susan Wojak doesn't like us anymore. So we had to cover it up with a Goomex soy jack.
Yes.
You can.
Wow. Did you ever notice that Susan Wojak and the soy jack had similar names? What did they mean by this?
What did they mean by this?
We'll leave it up to your imagination, but it's rather profound.
It says a lot about society.
But we can still see that Goomex has entered the area.
Of course, his massive size, like.
Also, we can see that Red is wearing some choice footwear.
Dude, are those Tims?
Are those Tims, my N-word?
Classic, truly. And of course, you should engulf yourself in some bitches.
That's very Goomex-like. He just dismisses everything Orange has to say.
Dismisses everything that Orange has to say.
And then he messes him with some amusing punishment that we can only leave up to your imagination, unfortunately.
Yeah. If you just go on YouTube, search up Hoovers in Action, and, if you want, clarification on what's going on.
Who is in action, yes.
I've tried my best, okay. Of course, Red saying, "What a faggot, LOL." Well,
Oh,
I believe he's T-posing.
he's obviously referring to him as a cigarette bum.
Yeah, obviously.
And the bundle of sticks.
Of course. As obviously we can see, Orange did in fact burn like a pile of sticks in a fire.
Yes, in fact, this is very appropriate for Red to say. In this context, in any other, this would be unacceptable.
Yeah. It's truly this is truly one of the most powerful comics we've had.
Maybe. I'm still not entirely convinced the art style was, it's a good comic. It's a very good comic. But is it a good Goomex the Blue comic?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Let's rate it.
This is an artistic interpretation of Goomex, right? He sticks close to the characters and what they represent, what they're best at. All he does is change it just enough that it's unique, but does not bash on the original.
The story. What do you think of the story, Ghosty?
The story, I think, is the weakest part of it.
Yes, I have to agree.
The story, compared to the others, the most, we'll get into it in the next part, but the most striking thing about it is the art. The art's amazing, but the story's kind of lacking.
Yes, I'd give it...
If you think about, the story as a whole of this comic, what is it? Orange probably lights himself on fire, then gets,
punished, then gets, abused by Goomex, and while Red watches.
Yeah.
This is not very powerful in terms of story. I give it a 1.5.
Yeah,
Sorry. Sorry.
It's so over. The art, however, like I said, it's probably the best one we've had.
It's a straight 5, I have to say.
Yeah, 5 for the art. Definitely 5 for the art.
It's very powerful. And of course, that's to be expected by a veteran like Carmine.
Yeah. The passion. I feel it.
Does it have passion? Yes, it has passion in some places. But then he used, some classic paintings for the background.
He did. But everyone here has used, borrowed something from Google Images.
Cactus has, drawn the room himself,
yeah.
I imagine.
That's true.
I'd give it
a 4.
4.
Yeah.
4.5.
Yeah, 4.5. I'd feel that. And the characters are very true. They are clearly different to the canon, but this is an artistic interpretation of them, and I think it suits it well for the story that he's trying to go for here.
I'd give it...
And it suits the art quite well as well.
It's standard, I think.
You think it's I think it's very good. I think the character's there.
3.5.
You want to give it a 3.5?
What do you want to give it, Ghosty?
3.75.
What do you? Yes, 3.75. Yes.
3.75.
Okay, that's the individual aspects, and what does it add up to? 5, 9.5, 11, 14.75. Yes.
14.75.
This is very close.
It was
very close. It was very close, but we have. That's actually, you know what? Let's not talk about it right now. Let's move it on to its own aspect, to wrap up.
With the wrap up, so the winner is in fact Cactus Fantastico. We're gonna show.
Yes, by a very small margin, it pulled through.
A 0.25, a very small pull through.
Yes.
It's super unique. It's just like reading a classic Goomex comic that's evolved.
Yes, it's.
This feels like a next generation of Goomex if he ever added style. He doesn't have style. That's why I made people do it.
Yes, it doesn't have Starlight. That's great. Then they followed very closely behind is Carmine. It's a very good piece.
It's a very good piece, and it would have won if there was a much more coherent story.
Yes, the art is fantastic.
The
story dragged it down a little bit too much, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Just if there was a more cohesive story, like why is Orange burning himself? Like, yeah, I guess Orange is burning himself because Goomex keeps ruining his life, but it's not really something Orange would deal with.
Really do.
Yeah. It just needed a bit more of a cohesive story, and if it had that, he would have won with flying colors.
Yes, he would have won. And then there's Cap and Cod. They have done good. They have done good comics. But like in comparison to the other two, they were dragged down a bit by, in bits and places here and there. The characters weren't, really their usual selves. The art style was a bit, followed too closely to go see. The story was, well, a bit.
Story wasn't too bad for Kappas, I think. I think the problem is they did the bare minimum of what was required, and that's why they didn't get very far.
Yes, but
yeah, you can.
There were still good efforts, but better luck next time, I guess.
Yeah, if we ever do another competition, probably not. It's gonna be the only
maybe if Ghosty fucks up again with G2A.
Yeah, if I ever fuck up on G2A, there's another competition coming.
Yes, of course. Or maybe if it's my turn to fuck up.
It's your turn to fuck up. Are you gonna fuck up right now?
No, I'm not. I'm not going to do it on purpose, of course.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm just checking.
So, Cactus Fantastico is the lucky recipient of Cyberpunk 2077.
Enjoy your 6 out of 10 video game.
That's. I think it's doing better right now,
apparently people said the new update is really good. So, yeah.
He might have fun with it. I don't know.
He might have fun. Hopefully his computer can run it.
Hopefully. We don't know that. If they signed up for it, then I guess they do sort of expect to run it. So I assume there won't be much problem there.
Well, he can sell on the code if he doesn't want it. I don't care. It's his code now. He can enjoy some money.
It's his problem now, yes.
Yeah, it's your problem now.
He rightfully earned the distinction.
He did.
And I thank you, fellow viewer, for watching our first Speckhole Live, which is coming to a close.
Yeah. We want to thank everyone for watching. The people that watched there was some
the 3 other people other than us two.
Yeah, there were some fuck ups, but we got it through pretty good. We might do another one in the future.
Yes, actually, we might do this another time.
A quote from Speggy, he wants to do it because he wants to get free video games.
I don't want free video games, but
no, you said
okay.
You said something like that. You said that. Oh yeah, you showed me this website like where popular people get like free keys, and you were like, "Oh, I want to do this." I was like, "Okay."
You don't have to say this out loud,
yeah, just ignore everything I said. Then don't worry, no one's watching. It's fine.
It's okay. Anyway, thank you for watching.
Thank you very much.
We'll see you whenever we do this next time on the next Speckhole Live.
We'll see you on the next Speckhole Live, or we'll see you in the next Speckhole event. Unless
this is the only Speckhole Live, so then in that case, we want to thank you for being a part of history.
Yep. Immortalized on the stone wall of Speckhole Live.
The very pinnacle of entertainment.
We are delaying the inevitable. It's time to end the stream. Thank you.
Yes.